YouTube. I don't know why my screen is so dark now, but anyway, I was going to tell you a bedtime story. Maybe it's not a bedtime story. Maybe you're just waking up. Okay, so if that's you, if that's true, then either way, here's a story for you. It's nonfiction, but I did write it. I gotta scroll over there. I gotta use my thing to get over there. All right, here we go. It's called Ian and Universe. And it's spelled Y-O-U, capital Y-O-U, N-I-V-E-R-S-E. Okay, once upon a time, there was a designer named Ian. He lived all by himself until he designed a few pets, but he was still lonely. One day, he decided to design a video game with a bunch of mini Eons. He'd have to make boy Ians and girls to have babies, but girls wouldn't like being called Ian. So let's just call them all Dots, and we can let their dot parents name them. Ian made a game universe and many different colors, shapes, and types of dots. He gave them different strengths and weaknesses. He called the game Universe. Each dot had its own little bubble, which interacted in different ways with the other bubbles and with the universe. Ian loved Universe and each dot very much. After the game had been running for a while, Ian contemplated why many of the dots didn't take care of each other, themselves, or care about him. If a dot wanted to communicate with Ian, all they had to do was stop being a designer and realize they're a dot. Ian knew the game was full of many designers. He made it that way. No wonder they thought they could give each other rules and boss each other around. He reset Universe with a group of dots who had figured out that their designer wanted them to know him. He could help them win the game. After Universe was reset, the dots didn't wait long before hurting each other and Universe again. So Ian decided to give the game some rules. Unfortunately, his rules didn't work either. Ian told the dots who listened to him that he hadn't a plan. He'd make himself into a dot and then a dot skin so he could go into the game and help the dots in person. He began designing his skin. Soon his skin was in the universe, helping the other dots and showing them stuff. Dot Ian also told the other dots about Big Ian outside of the game, and that both Ians loved every dot in the game and wanted the dots to love him back and to love each other. Then the dots killed Ian, because that's what dots do. Dot Ian went into Universe knowing the dots would kill him. When Ian designed the game, he gave himself, the designer, one rule: to not mess with a dot's free will. Now he wants me to start spelling words right and telling you that I am, not Ian, is in everyone and everything and saves us all in the end. If you don't want to get stuck in the universe, get to know the designer whose real name is God and his human skin's name is Jesus. However, he is much more than many human dots believe. He goes by Allah, Mother Nature, uses many prophets, and is the spirit behind most religions. He and other systems of belief. He is not any gender, race, or any other category that we can understand. That is another reason he made Jesus. We needed to know that God knows it is hard to be human. He wants to help us through our journeys. Jesus loves humans so much that when we killed him in our universe, he and God designed a place called heaven for us to live in when our time in this universe ends. In the meantime, celebrate the life you have. I am promises the time spent here will be worth it if we trust in him and follow his leading. Love life and each other. Realize the designer of the universe loves us so much that he came to our world, knowing that the game would destroy the creator. Money is paper. Share it. Life is short. Enjoy it. Time is temporary. Don't waste it. Humanity is amazing. Stop hurting each other. You are beautiful. Know it. God and Jesus love you. Love them back. Please get to know the designer that this dot and many other dots all over the world know and love.